Today we're going to be telling you how to write the perfect personal statement to get 4 out of 4 offers to get into medicine or dentistry. Hello everyone and welcome to my video. My name is Naz and I'm a dental student from London. I'm here with the lovely Sola.
Hey.
We're doing a collab, so definitely make sure to also check out a video we shooted on her channel. It's a very informative video, so definitely make sure to check it out. I'll put it in the description box down below as well. This video is going to be very useful, so definitely make sure to grab a pen, pencil, notebook, anything you want and jot down something. So let's get straight to the video. So point number 1, structure. So it's very important to have a clear structure into your personal statement. If it's all over the place, this is going to put the admissions team off from the start. So ideally you can divide your personal statement into 4 sections. So you can start off with an intro, then move on to any work experience that you've done, then onto your hobbies, and a conclusion.
So don't worry about making it perfect the first time round. You will have many drafts before you come to the final draft. Just focus on writing everything that you can and then you can cut it down slowly. Okay, so we talked about the structure, and one of the most important parts is the introduction, because this is the first thing that they're going to read. You want to make sure that it's catchy and that it explains your reason why you want to do dentistry or medicine. It should be well-rounded, it should be motivated, but it should also not come across as arrogant. This is basically your elevator speech. So just imagine you're in a lift with your admissions team. What would you want to say to them? How would you want to stand out? That's basically what you want to write in your introduction. So I really recommend for this, avoid cliches. Cliches are really bad when it comes to personal statement, especially when you say, ever since I was 5 years old I wanted to be a dentist. You didn't. It's okay not to lie. Just be realistic, just be honest, because that is what they want from you. They've seen these cliches 1,000 times, so when you write them at the very start, it makes them not want to read the rest of your personal statement.
So start off with something bold. For instance, my ambition to pursue dentistry was from, and then you can say your reasoning. So you don't want to instantly start off with the introduction. Perhaps you want to start off with your work experience and other things, and just to avoid wasting time, you can write the introduction later on.
So the introduction is always the hardest part, but you don't need to do the introduction first. You can write the rest of your personal statement and come back to it. The main point is that you finish your personal statement in time. You don't want to waste time trying to make the most perfect opening sentence, because it does take a lot of time, it does take a lot of thinking. Just focus on doing the main body of your work first and then coming back to it later. If you're really struggling with this opening statement, I really recommend that you search personal statements online. So you can search medicine or dentistry personal statement UK on Google, and then a list of personal statements will come up. You can read them and get inspiration for them, but be careful not to plagiarize and copy, because you will get caught for this and they will penalize you for this.
So moving on to work experience. When writing your work experience down, avoid listing down what you've done, but rather explain what you did and what you've learned. So for instance, you can use the STAR structure, which stands for situation, task, action and result. Writing it down clearly will help you to show the skills that you've learned, and you can really explain what you've learned from it, and that you have the skills to become a doctor or a dentist. So the paragraph should mainly be focusing on you, and it shouldn't be a narrative. For instance, if you did work experience at a dental practice and you saw how the dentist was treating an anxious patient, you can reflect this back to your own situations of when you helped, for example, an anxious child, or when you went through the similar situation, how you dealt with it. Try
to get any work experience that you can. Online courses, charity shops, no matter what it is, it's going to be useful, and you can always include it in your personal statement.
For instance, I did a 6-week dental course called Discover Dentistry. I'll also link this down below. It really helped me to learn more about dentistry. It had a lot of interesting topics such as dental charting, how to take x-rays. This will really help you stand out as a student, because you will obviously have more knowledge compared to another student, and this will help you as well to really make up your mind whether dentistry is for you and whether you really enjoy it that much.
So you may not be able to use every single work experience that you have in your personal statement due to the fact that you have a word count and a character limit, but if you do a variety, then you have more to choose from when you're actually writing your personal statement. The next part of your personal statement is to talk about your interests outside of academia. One important thing that admissions teams look for when they're looking at your personal statement is that you have interests outside of your academia, outside of school, because they want someone who's well-rounded, they want someone who has a work-life balance, because dentistry and medicine are very demanding. So you have to be able to separate work from play. For example, what do you do in your spare time and how does it relate back to medicine or dentistry? This is especially useful if you do a hobby that requires manual dexterity, because it relates back to dentistry, it relates back to some aspects of medicine, and it just shows that you have the skill sets that the school requires. For example, you can do knitting, makeup, eyebrow threading, henna, a lot of different things, and the more unique the better, because it makes you stand out even more. And with everything that you say, you just want to relate it back to the course that you want to do. So if you say that you're good at knitting, how does this help you for dentistry, etc, etc.
So another point I'd like to make is that languages are also very impressive to talk about. For instance, I spoke about how I am fluent in German, Dutch, English and Farsi, and how this will help me to interact with different cultures.
And also try to show how you work well in a team. So if you do sports or if you work, all of these can show great elements of good team working, and this relates back to medicine and dentistry because you're always going to work in some kind of team, and you just want to relate everything to the course you want to do.
So finally, ended off with a strong finishing paragraph. As you only have 4,000 characters for your personal statement, it should be very brief and shouldn't include any new information. This is also a mic drop moment, so make sure to finish it off on a good note so the admissions team will definitely remember you.
So the main point of a personal statement is to make it personal to you, so that the admissions teams like you enough to bring you in for interview. Apart from your UCAT and your grades, this is the only time where you're able to be personable, where you're able to show off your personality. So be sure to do this, especially in your conclusion. Don't feel like you need to write down every single experience of your life. As Nazanin just said, the character count is only 4,000, so you can't talk about absolutely everything. Some things you're just gonna have to cut out, and that's okay. The interview should give you more of an opportunity to talk about yourself and your personality.
So that was the end of the video. I really hope it has helped you. Definitely make sure to like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and also check out Sola's channel where we did a collab together as well. Thank you very much for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye!